north east of England starts to come alive with vintage transport events during spring and summer, so I couldn't resist going along to Beamish Living Museum on the May Bank holiday. On the level that I parked at in the car park, I saw these old cars all lined up together, and they looked like they were here from Northumberland for a meet. It was so cool to see them all together. As soon as I stepped into the museum, already an old bus was going past. You can usually hear them before you see them. The Festival of Transport is a 9-day event running until the 1st of June, with so much to see and do. There was a mixture of vintage and veteran road vehicles on display the day that I visited. However, there will be road steam engines in action on the 29th and 30th of May. The entire event coincides with the May half-term and is a lovely way to experience transport that you wouldn't usually see at Beamish Museum. I was particularly excited to see the reopening of Rowley station, so headed in that direction, and hoped by chance I'd see some interesting vehicles on our way. I really like this green double-decker bus. What caught my eye is that it has a Seaburn Camp bus blind at the back and Joblin's advertisements on the sides. After a good look at the vintage vehicles in the sheds, it was time to head to Rowley station to see what the train was like. I'd seen pictures of it from the Friday and the Saturday and it seemed so busy, so it was nice to go on a Monday afternoon where there wasn't as many people. Upon arriving, the Victorian steam engine Sir Berkeley was just appearing from the railway sheds. I love the sound and smells of a railway locomotive. There was another train, Keighley Gasworks number 2, at the station alongside some carriages, so thought I'd pop onto the other platform to get a closer look. There was no one at all on this platform, so if you're heading to Beamish before the festival ends, definitely come up here if you want some nice different angled photographs of the train. The queue of people on the platform are awaiting to aboard the train, and whilst it looks a lot, the queue went down super quickly due to the amount of space within the carriages, but I'm going to tell you about my experience a little later on. It was incredible to see Rowley train station, the first building to be relocated to the museum, being full of people again after being trainless for so long. Apparently the last trains were last here in 2020, so I really wanted to capture this momentous event. I heard a noise and literally ran to see this train coming out of the barriers, so apologies for the shaky camera footage. I then bolted it back to the platform to see it come on. According to the Beamish Transport blog, the event was meant to just have Sir Berkeley, but it had a snag with a stick and clack valve, so Keighley Gasworks number 2 was brought aboard to ensure passenger service would go ahead. I feel like I've seen one or both of these locomotives at Tanfield Railway, but I'm not quite sure, so let me know if you know. It's such a wonderful, rare occurrence to see two steam locomotives in steam at the railway station. Truly being able to see these incredible inventions across the yard, and even better to see them on the 200th anniversary year of the Stockton and Darlington Railway, really bringing North East heritage to the forefront. As you can see, each train takes it in turn to operate the shuttle, doing swaps during the day and apparently may even double head on the final weekend.
You can zoom in on your video a bit.
After seeing that train depart, it was time to head across the passenger bridge and head to the station myself and stand in the queue. The rides on the steam trains are absolutely free, which I think is really good considering other heritage railways often charge additionally. I opted to go in the third class carriage. It had padded seats and fit about 8 people per compartment. And obviously I wanted a window to show you what was going on. The journey is only about 5 minutes long there and back, taking you under the passenger bridge and towards the back of the 1900s town. But it was lovely to hear the whistle of the train and to rave for everyone outside. You get an almost behind the scenes tour, seeing the back of the buildings that you wouldn't usually see, from the stone back of the stables, and there's some really lovely arched windows. And there in the corner with the Fry's blue sign is the sweet shop. Other notable buildings to spot are the back of the bank and the Masonic Hall, and the line stops just near the road where the 1950 cinema is. The train then reverses and takes you back to the station, allowing you to spot more places like the bakery peeking out from the other buildings. It was a bit strange seeing the unfinished buildings at the back, but it was really interesting at the same time to see how they were constructed. I'm a huge Beamish fan and have been coming here since I was a baby, so I love being able to appreciate new angles and perspectives of a place that I love so much. I wish I'd had a ride on this convertible bus. It looks like something that would have gone along Roker and Seaburn at the beach in the 1950s. I decided to head where the railway line ended to see if I could see the train again before leaving Beamish. It was near the yellow and green signal box and it had a mini garden patch and also a beehive. Buses, trams, and even a chitty chitty bang bang car passed before the train did. I really hope you like this impromptu afternoon spotting trains, buses and transport at Beamish Museum. I was so glad I went. Please give this video a like if you'd like to see more from me and I'll see you soon.